Good day, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be discussing My Hero Chapter 310. So of course, spoiler warning if you didn't read it already. It's been about a week, so let's dive into it. So, first thing, the cover page for this chapter is very reminiscent to that of an actual American comic this time. Even the logo at the top where it says Jump Comics. Um, of course, we also get the official color scheme for Midoriya's tattered up, destroyed suit and his book bag, which I didn't think was yellow, but it is yellow. Um, so that's pretty cool. And then we jump straight into the chapter. So we see it's a rainy, stormy night, kind of like it is now, hence it's dark. Um, but basically, it's a stormy night, and what is going on is there seems to be this wolf girl, I would say, uh, and people basically evacuated, and she chose to evacuate late. So now that she looks different, she's being attacked, or the people are trying to attack her because she looks different. So they're trying to attack her, thinking she's a villain, and that is kinda trash of them. But basically, Deku comes to the rescue and he saves her and he runs them off. And we see him basically give her an umbrella. And it's very cute how he does that because he just floats up into the air and gives it to her using his float code. And we see there's a huge size difference between them as well. Um, but after he saves her, we see All Might pull up in his leather jacket and his Batmobile like Bruce Wayne. This really does remind me of Batman Beyond, how Bruce was old and training Terry. This reminds me a lot of that. Um, but basically, All Might takes the girl or comes to rescue and take her to somewhere safe, and he gives Deku some food in a bento box cake and tells him to make sure you eat, stay strong, you know. We then cut to Deku being Batman again. He's on top of a giant tower, and on this tower, he is basically looking out at the city because it's nighttime, as I said. And he's thinking now, and we get a inner monologue of him thinking as well as a flashback. And this leads to us finding out what went on with the first, second, and third user and the inner world as well. So we cut to inside the world, and as you all know, when we got introduced to Deku going into the inner world a few chapters ago, he basically talked to all the vestiges except 2 and 3 they were facing the wall. But here we see one, which is one for the walls brother. He went to speak to them and he told them, you know, you need to cooperate with him in order to get things done. And we basically get a reveal of the second and third user, and it is Bakugan Kirishima, but I still don't know. But basically, we find out that at the beginning of all of this, when All for One and One for All were created, they gathered allies and they tried to fight against it, and this led to a lot of people dying. We see the second user has a big scar across his face, so we're not sure if that was caused by him as well. But they also still think that Deku's idea of trying to save Shigaraki is stupid because he's a villain and he's been killing people. But we get also the reveal that the second and the third user actually rescued the first user, and we see a scene with them kicking in a vault, and he was inside there. And again, even though they say this is Mubakugo, his weapon looks really familiar. It looks like a big gun on his arm. And basically he mentions, the first user says to them that, you know, I know you don't want to basically side with Deku because of his morals or his morals that is, and he doesn't want to kill. But at the end of the day, you didn't kill me when you rescued me, and I was your arch enemy's brother. You chose to save me, and that in turn led to us having this chance to fight. And it kind of reaches in and touches him, I guess. So we see they have that sort of relationship where um, is more of a, I wouldn't call it brotherly. It seems a little bit more brotherly, but now we at least get the relationship between the first, second, and third users. Now, we also get one of them's name. The second user, his name is Yoichi, or that's at least what the first calls him. And we then cut back to present time now, at the end of the chapter, because this chapter flew by because it was just, majority of it was Deku saving the girl, but basically in Deku's head now, the second user tells him, listen boy, things are bound to move quickly from here on out. And this in turn basically means that the story, I guess this is not just them talking to Deku, but us, and the story is going to pick up some more here. And we see Deku chomp down on his food, and the chapter ends. So the thing now is we still need to know what their quirks are, and from that we'll know who exactly they are or what they are, if that makes sense, because we only got a name for one of them. We didn't get the quirks, and of course we saw, I believe earlier in the chapter as well, Deku thinking to himself that he has to be able to master all these powers and able to stop Shigaraki and one for all. Or is it all for one? Whichever one. I mix them up. I say that every review. But basically, Deku needs to master all of his quirks. So we need to now see what these two new quirks are, because we know, of course, All Might had no quirk, Deku had no quirk. So that's two people off the list. We have Nana with float, we have N with smoke screen, we have Banjo with black whip, we have the first with the ability to store and transfer quirks or stockpile. So second and the third we still need to know, and then the fourth of course is danger sense or spider sense in my book. So technically I know I believe Horikoshi Sensei likes Spider-Man, so that may explain why he gave Deku similar powers to Spider-Man, that being of course Black Whip, Spiderweb, Danger Sense, Spider Sense. So yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes next. Also, good chapter, good setup. I'm hoping we get some cutaway time now, and we see what's going on with Bakugo and Shoto and how they are going. I'm interested to find out more on them as well. So yeah, all in all, good chapter. I enjoyed it. Not the best chapter, but a good chapter nonetheless. So yeah, one last thing before we go. I want to say thank you to everyone again who subbed and helped me to get to 150 subs. I think we're on like 153, 152, somewhere around there. And of course I said I would do a question and answer video when we get to that. So I'll be doing that next week. So again, if you have any questions you want me to answer or any specific questions you want to ask me, my Instagram and Twitter are down below. Feel free to send the questions there. Or you can comment it right down below in the comments here, and I'll put them in the question and answer video and try to get to that. But again, I just wanted to say thank you all for all the support. Whether you watch one video, you watch two videos, you watch 10 seconds of a video, you hit like, whatever it may be, thank you for the support. I hope you guys continue to give support, and of course I'll see you all in the next one. And again, good chapter review, good chapter, 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks.